Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Urban Empire in Pravsburg. I've been doing a lot of reading of comments in the last video, in particular surrounding the issues we are facing on this half of the city, where it doesn't show it right now, though I imagine it will recalculate at the end of the month. A lot of companies going bankrupt, a lot of commercial buildings in particular, just not making a whole lot of money, which is a bit of an issue for us. And trying to figure out what the heck is going on down here. And I don't think I saw any concrete solutions, but some good concerns that I think are worth following up on and seeing if they will have any impact. First and foremost, there was some concern about schools and whether or not our schools are able to kind of reach everywhere that they're supposed to. Now, it says that we are capped out on personal growth, so you would certainly think that with vocational schools and stuff like that, we're looking pretty good here. You would certainly think. However, I've been doing a bit of research on the Urban Empire Reddit, and there's some kind of hidden numbers as far as how people advance in the classes, and there are some theories going around right now that it has a lot to do with the schools. So think about this for a second, right? So we have really good personal development, you think we're good to go. We've got our grammar schools, it's covering all these areas, excellent. What about up here, though, for example, in Billridge, where they do not have access to a grammar school? Oh, well, they're mostly covered by the vocational school, so the personal growth is going to be fine. Well, yes, but if they aren't able to get a grammar school education, how do they move on to high school? Right, there is a lot of theories going on around right now that maybe, just maybe, the way that the lower classes progress into the middle class is strongly tied into education. Now, this grammar school does reach a fair bit of this area here, so looking at this, I would be inclined to think that there are still quite a few low-class people here, but, for example, there is no sort of education up here at all. So maybe it would be worth investing in some more grammar schools. And the other thing that's a little bit weird about this is I believe there are some hidden caps, population caps in these schools. You can only have so many students. I suspect. I don't know, because it doesn't actually say anywhere whether or not we are capped out on our students, right? But it is very possible that it is. And if that is the case, then it would make a lot of sense to me that there are quite a few students that are not getting to school, and therefore, because they don't graduate grammar school, then they don't get to progress into the higher classes, and as a result, despite our personal growth being capped out, maybe that's our issue. Maybe. And what we're going to try to do at some point is add in another grammar school in this area and see if we can help people progress any more than they already have. The second idea is that maybe we're having some serious unemployment issues, and this, I think, is a more likely solution. If we go to districts here, we can see the employment here is relatively high in a few places. 86, 77, 77, so on and so forth. But there are a few districts, including some in this general area, like Olrington, where unemployment is not quite as good as you'd like it to be. If I click on Billridge, for example, we can see here, all these little red icons means that there's low employment opportunities. So what we may want to do is plop down a workhouse somewhere nearby and give people an opportunity to go and work. Now, that said, putting the industrial district right here might also solve a lot of those problems too. Maybe. We're gonna find out, but I don't know. If Smithton and the industrial factories here cannot offer some job opportunities and start improving the lot of life of people on this side of the town, then maybe we'll place down a workshop, maybe we'll try to reduce unemployment as much as possible, and maybe that will solve some of our problems. Hard to say, the game doesn't really tell you. The third concern that people had was maybe I have been overly aggressive in pushing for higher commercial zoning. Right. Because I was really expecting in Era 3 the commercial demand was going to go up a bit more than it has. I may have been misremembering in Era 4 is really where it really is going to start skyrocketing. So I may have future-proofed my city a little too much, too preemptively, adding in too many commercial districts, and as a result, we don't have enough residential to meet demand here. And possibly that's one of the reasons there. I don't know. There's just. I mean, the only reason that sounds counterintuitive to me is if there are too many places to work and not enough places to live, then you would think that unemployment is no issue at all. Because if anything, there are too many jobs to go around. People should always be employed. But then again, it could very well be that because there are, too many jobs going around and not enough people spending money, then maybe the commercial districts aren't making enough sales, even though they can employ just fine. It's really difficult to tell. I'm going to try tweaking with a few different things. We're going to try adding in another grammar school. We're going to try adding in a workhouse. And we are going to possibly rezone some things a little bit to be more residential focused and just sort of see where that gets us. Maybe it does something, maybe it doesn't. We try things, okay? In a game like this, which doesn't give you quite as much information as you would like, sometimes you're just forced to experiment, and that's the only thing you really have going for you. And now we have a freaking massive deficit. Okay, well, I don't know what happened there. Looks like we should be fine as far as the vote for the new mayor, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Maybe we should have gone for a increase in taxes while it was at minus 100. Why did it suddenly go down? It shouldn't have. It went for a couple months. It had time to recalculate. I don't know. Nobody knows what's going on here. All right, what did we modify last time? I don't even remember. Well, whatever. Let's go ahead and modify up one of these districts. Something. We did something. Not sure what, but hopefully it was helpful. Let's go to Edgebur, or, no, let's go to Wellage. Wellage here, modify. We're going to try adding in another grammar school, and we're going to see what it does for us. The other thing we could do, of course, is just increase funding in general, and that certainly would be fine. This is actually a pretty good location for this. Right here? No. I want to destroy as few houses as possible. I guess this is going to have to do. All right, let's go ahead and place down the grammar school. Everyone is in favor of that. Any infrastructure we care about here? I don't think so. I think we're fine. Supposedly, by the way, that parking meters will reduce traffic in all districts. That is what it says. It does sort of surprise me because you're only applying it in one district. You would think that parking meters reduce traffic only in that district, but it does say all districts. I did see a comment about that. Not too sure what's going on there. But anyway, all right, so we're going to place that grammar school, and we're going to propose... And you know what? Let's use our Quicken funds. We have 1 million thalers of our own. Let's just place that immediately. And let's take a quick look-see. Okay, the grammar school hasn't quite extended its full range yet, but it probably will soon enough. We need to do a vote on the new mayor. It looks like we should win fairly handily. The moderates and the social democrats are working the best for me. I really would have thought that the progressive party would be a lot happier with me, but shockingly enough, they're not. Can we please exit? Thank you. Commercial demand is going even lower than it was before, so really maybe we should go to a dense district like Edgebur. Well, maybe it is Edgeboro, I don't know. And try to actually just increase some of the residential. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's do that right now. We're going to increase this to about a 70-30 spread and see how that does for us. Confirm. Any other services that we care about right now? Not really. We could place the parking meters. Costs me a little bit of money up front, but it doesn't do much else beyond that. But it does reduce the physical environment, and that's not something I want. So let's go ahead and confirm, propose, and we'll do a quick vote. All right. We also are having a pretty bad balance right now. If there's any time to try and raise taxes again, it's now. Let's let the restaurants do their thing. Go to the city council, go to taxation, propose some more industrial taxes. They're not going to let me get away with very much, that's for sure. No business taxes. Maybe I can lower it? I could try lowering business taxes again, but later it's not going to be a big issue. Maybe I could tax the elites a little bit more. I could. I'm not going to get a lot of money out of it, though. But it's worth a shot. Can I modify taxes for the lower class a little bit more? Yes. We could do something kind of like this and just really start skewing the taxes a bit more. We'll gain a little bit of money, make up for this, almost perfectly, in fact. And maybe we'll be making things... I don't know, let's give it a shot. By the way, someone pointed out, the Freedom Party basically is apparently like the fascist party, like the Nazi party of Sorelia. I'm like, well, I'm surprised you didn't notice based on the symbol. I'm sorry, how am I supposed to look at that and think, oh, yeah, that's like the Nazis' broken cross flag? I mean, I guess I can kind of see it looking at it now, but it's a far-right conservative party that advocates the need for strong leader and Sorelian unity. So basically they're nationalist socialists or fascists. They only have one member on the council, though, so they're kind of inconsequential. Communists are doing better than they are, but really it's all about the social democrats, the progressives, and the moderates. Those are the ones we have to worry about the most. Anyway, yeah, I just thought that was interesting. Wanted to address that real quick. But yeah, let's see how we do as far as getting some more taxes coming in. Definitely don't want to be losing money. That would not make me very happy. How are we doing now here in Smithton? Are we doing better on unemployment? No, not really. Still says it's quite bad, so I think we'll open up a workshop kind of in this general area and just give people some employment opportunities working for the state. Maybe, just maybe, that will fix some of our problems. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. One of the economic victory conditions is if you can actually get unemployment below 5%, I think it was. Yeah, have unemployment rate below 5%. So far, that seems ridiculous. We're nowhere near that, but we'll give it a shot. Modify, infrastructure, nope, sorry, services. Where's a workshop? There you are. Okay, so we're going to place you. That is not much of a range. What the crud? That's like a non-existent range. What? Hang on. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Where's my existing workshop? Wow, it really is that small? Wow, workshops have like nothing. I'm not sure how much I want to trust this, though. Maybe that's... okay. Optimal service range minus security plus personal growth and fun. People have fun working in the workshop? Oh, yeah, right. But, okay, so that explains where the service range here is. Does that mean, though, that only people in the radius are able to be employed here? Or are people from, you know, this Kilborough able to kind of walk up to the workshop as if it were a factory? Can I get any information about who it's employing? Okay, they're employing 120 out of 132 people. Presumably, we could hire a lot more. Presumably. Well, let's give it a shot then. We're going to try in Renault. Whatever. Place services. Workshop. I'm going to place it right here. And let's see what that can do for us. Maybe that will get us some better employment. Do we want to change up the districting here at all? I think so. Let's go ahead and reduce it a little bit. Let's just do a 60 and 40. Confirm, confirm. Actually, infrastructure. Yeah, we're more or less okay. All right, confirm, confirm, propose. Done. Somebody did ask whether or not tram lines and stuff like that might help ferry people over to these commercial areas and stuff. Maybe they would. I have not seen anything really definitive on that. Definitive, there we go, on that. Maybe we should check that, actually, as we modify our next district. Modify taxes. People are in favor of this. Should be doing fine. Let's get ourselves a chunk more money. Raise more taxes on the elite. Stuff like that. More taxes on businesses. And reduce taxes for the lowest class. For the modifying district, of course, the fascists are the only ones who are against me. We still have ridiculously high industrial demand. We actually may want to consider pretty soon here upgrading some more districts. I think these are not medium yet. No? No, they're not. Okay, let's go ahead and modify this. Let's up the density. Confirm. Actually, hang on. Infrastructure. Electricity. Activate. And I think that's probably all we care about. Let's go ahead and confirm. Propose. Let's take advantage of this higher industrial demand and try to make some more money off of factories, eh? Still not enough money here. Fascinating. Smithton, I was kind of expecting you to get a few more factories, but so far you've been very inefficient with your spacing. You want to explain yourself there? Bill Ridge. Still quite a bit of unemployment and also a lot of very low-quality goods. There's just not enough information sometimes in this game, honestly. Like, it just doesn't tell you enough. Very frustrating when that happens. Well, let's just go ahead and do our vote. Okay, we're going to upgrade our industrial demand stuff. Interestingly enough, we're actually losing on fun, physical environment, and health a little bit as time goes on. Low quality in the company. Oh my gosh, these are all terrible quality. Alright, how do you change quality? These, wow, minus 10? What? Okay, Smithton, you have electricity. You've got all the services you should need. Why is your quality absolutely garbage? They're very efficient, though. Employment, 12 out of 15. Sales demands, extra sales. They're just losing money right and left. What is going on down here, and why is the quality so bad? Minus 9. Now, this has regular 9. Alcohol industry versus textiles. I have no idea what determines that, to be honest. No idea. It is hereby proposed that children be legally entitled to education. Absolutely, I support this. Is schooling a right? The benefits of educating children should be obvious, but do they have an actual right to be educated? Shouldn't that be the parents' decision to make? And won't this affect the children's ability to work? After all, many families require as much income as they can get. Bill proponents point out that children require protection and education to improve their lives as adults. All right. Woman as mayor. Even though the general sentiment in the city was such that electing you as the mayor was the most obvious, unifying, and forward-thinking choice, not everyone is happy. Your family has had trouble with the von Filzens again before, and it seems you're no different. Simeon von Filzen Jr. is holding a small rally in the streets where he calls for a strong leader for the entire country. County, there we go. We need to be lions, not pussies, he yells to a handful of people. I'm going to question his loyalty. You turn your attention to Simeon instead, claiming he wishes to overthrow the democratically elected leader who likes consorting with an extreme right-wing party known for wanting to overthrow democracy itself. You can be sure that the Freedom Party will not want to have anything to do with you after this, but others are less concerned. Yeah, so the Freedom Party, the fascists, absolutely despise me now, but they only have one member, so who cares? Right? This is not a big deal? I don't have anything to worry about? I don't think so. I'm seeing our residential demand going up right now. Maybe we do need to be just redistricting things right now, like in Wellage. It could very well be, honestly, that that's just our big issue right now. We just need more. Do it. Modify. Reduce the commercial. I overdid it. Overplayed my hand. Confirm. 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 Propose. Done. Let's see if we can just switch things around and get some profitable houses instead. Seems more likely to work. And now our income's going back up for reasons we don't really understand. There's so much missing information in this game. It's just not abundantly obvious in so many ways. I don't like it. All right. So, workshop. You're built. You have 90 out of 132 people employed right now. Lower class and working class. Mostly the lower class, the people who couldn't get jobs. Quality is absolutely atrocious here. Do we still have a lot of unemployment? No, I am seeing... It looks like there's less demand for unemployment stuff here. Let's see. These guys... Company is bankrupt. It does seem like there are less bankrupt companies, doesn't it? Now we're having a quality issue. Across the board, we're having a quality issue. But it does seem like bankruptcy is at least stopping. We still don't have, like, any commercial demand, though. So yeah, switching over and just redistricting to more residential stuff probably makes a lot of sense. Did I end up doing that? Wait. Yeah? Huh. Did we do a vote, or am I just totally spacing out? I don't know. Fascinating. So we want to take a look at some tram lines and stuff real quick. Let's just answer that question and see exactly what they do. Tram lines increases district traffic points and physical environment. Costs a fair chunk of money for something like that. Traffic lights increases district traffic points. Bus network. Traffic. Yeah, it seems to only do stuff about traffic, nothing else, really. And, you know, it could very well be, in no small part, the fact that we have been having increased traffic is a lot of the reason people can't get to their jobs as easily, and that's causing a problem. Could very well be. We have no new institutions. Let's go ahead and go to the city data, district data, traffic capacity, Aldbro. Aldbro is where we're having the most trouble now, down here. All right, let's modify you. Infrastructure. Yeah, you only have gravel roads, of course, why not? Just do a cobblestone road surface for now. Let's hook up electricity here. We haven't done that yet. Street lights. I think that's all we care about. Confirm, confirm, propose.
Nowadays,
done.
Love is a matter of chance.
And divorce is done.
A matter of money.
All right, contemplation divorce period. Safe houses for abused women. Public defender's office for the courthouse. No fault divorces. And just divorce in general, which boosts security, personal growth, and fun. Someone did a comment saying only I would think divorce is fun. First off, I'm a married man. I don't think there's anything fun about divorce. But two, it's the game that is saying it's fun, okay? I'm not the one who says that. Blame the game. All right, what else should we look at? What would boost up our company? Bikinis would increase fun and social life. Decreasing the support of conservative parties. Entertainment's already done. Cosmetics could be good. Increases textile industry company sales. We are having trouble in some textile industries, aren't we? Waste bins are good for the environment. Antibiotics. Second-hand store. Could actually be really good for the poor. Honestly, I wonder... I have no idea how this would impact us, but maybe this would be good. Ooh. It's a thought. It's a thought. Criminalize jaywalking. Increase security for the city. Conductor ticket sales for the Metro. We don't have Metro. Let's go for the antibiotics. Not only do we get an upgrade for our hospital, which is always a good thing, institution upgrades are a global bonus and they don't really increase your monthly costs. They just cost a lot of upfront money, which we have plenty of. So institution upgrades are always good for our wheel of life. But I'm very curious if the game is complicated enough that the secondhand stores will start opening up in the poor regions and actually improve the amount of money that the poor have to spend on other services. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Let's find out. Divorce. Traditionally, the only way to end a miserable marriage was to have it annulled. With society being more open now than in the past, divorce has become a possibility. The city administration is carefully pondering the ramifications of legal divorce and its effect on the social fabric. Should they opt for fault divorces, more conservative elements, especially those with connections to Catholicism, prefer to discourage divorce and force couples to undergo counseling before being allowed to divorce. Many see this as state interference in family affairs. Reduces the security for everyone, but increases social life. That's actually a very good trade as far as I'm concerned. No fault divorce. This makes everyone more fun, but destroys social fabric. Removing the need for one party to prove necessary grounds for divorce allows partners to more easily, consciously separate without need for a guilty party. Okay. Establishing safe houses for women improves personal growth, social life, and security for all women, while increasing the cost of our entire city by 5%. Ouch. I kind of think I like the fault divorces. We definitely need more social fabric than anything else. We're going to do it. Oh. You know what's surprising to me on this is I would have thought that the more conservative parties are the ones who'd be the most in favor of this, but for some reason it says the progressive parties are. I don't know how much I believe that. Change of opinion on a current vote. Okay, so all parties like this idea more since I'm the one who proposed it. And now it's universal. Okay, so never count on that first screen saying, oh, this is where the parties line up. They're lying. I had no idea. Wait a minute. What? Whoa, wait, no. I thought, did I misclick? Because I really thought that I clicked on fault divorce. Oh, shoot. Oops. Dang it! Alright, well, it's not what I had in mind. Can we pass this too? Yeah, let's propose both. You know what? It's a no-fault divorce, but you have to think about it first. Let's see if that works. I thought for sure I clicked on fault divorce, but instead passed no-fault divorce. Is that what I had in mind? No. Does that matter? I don't know. We'll find out. Oops. That if I go back in the footage as I'm editing this video and find yes indeed I clicked on no fault, then I'm just gonna facepalm so hard. Medium density is definitely starting to increase down here in Billridge, by the way. It's doing a lot better there. Can we take a look at what districts are making me money? Happiness is really good in a lot of places here. City income, wait, no, districts. District population, wheel of life. Political support. I'm looking for money here. City income. Expenses. We are spending the most on education, culture, and administration right now. Lots of infrastructure costs. But I want to see whether our districts are profitable or not. We can see what businesses are prosperous and which are not. Here's another thing that confuses me. Average sales, for the most part, are pretty good. The only industries that suck right now are banking, dance clubs, and department stores. Everything else is doing really well, which again just makes me confused. If the average is looking this good, then why are so many companies going into bankruptcy? Kind of hard to tell. So let's take a look at Billridge here. Okay, income is $504,000, so it's definitely bringing in more money than we're losing right now in Billridge, despite being mostly commercial. Fascinating. How are we doing as far... By the way, we're capped out on fun. How are we looking as far as Kilbro? Good, making a good amount of money. Smithymuir, making some money. Farnham, not making a lot of money yet. Waltondale, barely profitable. Hackthorne, barely profitable. Darlington, good. 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 So far, all of my districts are making me some money, but we're not making a huge monthly budget, so I'm figuring there's got to be some problem somewhere. Where's the problem districts? Kilbro. This one's not making me money. Interesting. Why? Income, employment, unemployment is 4%. Okay, okay. Why confuse me with these two numbers? I get it. Not everyone who lives in the district is working. Some of them are children, for example. So when they're saying 71% is employed, that means 71% of the adults here, 71% of the population of the entire district is employed, not 71% of working capable people are employed. Only 4% of people are unemployed. 3% in Edgeworth. Ulrington, 1% there. 2, 5 in Billridge. Where are we having a lot of unemployment issues then? Because I haven't gotten the economic achievement toward a political victory. Huh. Interesting. I have no idea. But we definitely have some less than profitable districts here. Edgeworth is a good example. This is a district that costs me way more money than I'm earning. Now, part of that might be because we have these services in the district. That would make some sense, so I don't know. Let's upgrade this institution real quick, and that'll improve the security and physical environment for everybody. It's only going to cost me some upfront money. Not going to increase our running costs, which is great. Love to improve our Wheel of Life for practically free. Edgebur is losing a ton of money. It's all over here. All of these districts are nothing but a drain on me right now. And these are the districts where I have the highest commercial zoning. Right? All these places are down like 35% and below. I think that's it. I think it's just our commercial zoning is too high. I future-proofed too quickly. I really think that that is it. Alright, well, let's wait until we do our vote on upgrading institutions. Era 4 commercial demand is going to skyrocket. I thought it was going to happen a bit more in Era 3, but it hasn't. So I'm inclined to believe that the problem here is that we just don't have enough residential. And if we can do that, we'd be in better shape. Nightclub. There is a popular nightclub in Edgebur that is frequented by both Ben and... we've done this before. Progressive. Increase the fun of the district. Go to the nightclub. Have fun, ladies. It's ladies' night! Oh, boy. Everyone's appealing to everybody. Vote on upgrading the institution. Good. Public Defense Office. So that should increase our, what was it? Physical environment and security? Yes, for the entire city is going to go up. Nice. Then we have Contemplation Period Divorce. You really would think that you can't do this plus the no-fault divorce. But I guess nobody has to be at fault. You just have to take a little bit of time to think about it first. So this should improve our social life significantly. And it did go up by a rank. Ban pornography. The Christian Democrats feel that the city's morals have gone down the drain and they blame pornography. To restore decency, they have proposed a ban. Almost nobody is going to be in support of this, I'm guessing, except for some very conservative, pretty much only the Christian Democrats. Looks like these are erotic stores. Like probably a sales requirement go up. Fun for the youth goes way down. Security for the elderly and the youth goes up, though. I'm going to oppose the ban, and pretty much nobody agrees with this as well. This actually makes the progressive parties happy, so good. I guess I'm relatively happy with that choice. Okay, let's go to a place like Edgeworth. No, this one's almost entirely residential too. Okay, maybe I have no idea what I'm talking about here. Maybe we need more commercial here, but less in a lot of other places? Could that be it? I don't know. There's just not enough information to work with. I'm sorry for complaining so much, but I'm serious. There's not enough information. Ulrington. Modify. Reduce the commercial a little bit. Confirm. Upgrade the road. Confirm. Propose. Use personal funds. Done. It's not going to do much, but we'll see if it helps at all. I don't know, guys. I have no idea what our problem is, really. I've tried. It doesn't seem to be just the schooling. I mean, we have the schools going around here. Does it look like these houses are upgrading in quality at all? I mean, they still look kind of meh to me, as opposed to over here, where our low-density housing looks... Well, I thought it looked a lot nicer. Yeah, Walton Dale's a good example. Maybe it's not actually that good. I don't know! I don't even know. Guys, I don't know. We're losing money in Hackthorn now for some reason. Part of the problem is our infrastructure is just costing us too much money. It's a simple answer. It is. It's costing us too much. Tax proposal. High tax rates for commercial companies. I support this. Nobody else does, though. Not even them. But I'm going to get more favor with the Christian Democrats. So that's something, I suppose. Alright, let's modify some districts and increase our density for industrial again. What's going on here? What's this symbol mean? I don't know. Modify. District zoning, medium. And you've got everything I think you would need. Confirm, 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 propose. Done. Doing really well on personal growth and fun lately. It's just everyone's antisocial. How are we doing as far as church spread? Churches are pretty darn effective in this city. We could place more. If we place another church here in the middle, we probably would get a lot more social life. It's okay, I suppose. Then there were the post offices. That covers an even better area. So I think on that front, we're more or less good. Yeah, maybe one more church in this area would help. Worldwide bust. Oh, good. A global recession. That's what I wanted to see. Oh, no. Doesn't seem to have affected demand, at least immediately, though. So I guess it's okay. Let's wait a couple of months. We're going to modify this district. I actually do need to be ending up this video. We're making a good amount of money again all of a sudden. Modifying the taxes. Reducing commercial taxes. Nobody's in favor of this, so it's going to fail. I'm not going to lose any money right now. So that's gone. Banning pornography. Nobody supports this. Neither did I. So that's going to be gone. Thank you. Modify the district. Upgrade the density. This one will pass. It's going to cost me a lot of money in the meantime, but more factories means more money for me. And let's go to Kilbro. Modify. Services. Church. Place you, like, right here. Yeah, this will cover the area nicely. Alright, propose. Personal funds. And I spent almost every penny I had, but we built our own church. The Church of Pravism. I don't know. But that should improve social life, at least slightly. Let's wait until antibiotics is done, and then we're going to end this video. Hospital surgical ward is done. Second-hand store. Will this help the poor? I am not sure yet, but it would be exciting if it does. Okay. Should we go for cosmetics to make sorry, not wives. Although, I guess, yeah. Women in particular, though, have more fun. Maybe. Psychology for the mental health clinic could be pretty okay. It's just another service to build for health. We're actually okay-ish on health. More edicts might be good for us. Public health, waste bins, swimming hall. Are there any more institution upgrades? Bikinis, nylon. No, I think we have all of our institution upgrades for Era 3. I'm going to go for the cosmetics. Let's help women have a little bit more fun. Get out there, ladies. Make something of yourselves. Girls just want to have fun, right? Upgrade institution. Let's pass that. That's going to greatly improve our health. Costing us a bit of money. All right. Well, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you all very much for watching. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I know I do recording sessions, so I'm going to be playing the next couple of videos, and I can't really react to you guys. I'm trying the hardest I can to make this area work, and I'm having a dickens of a time. I'm not going to lie. Some of these districts are just draining the city so badly. And part of it's because of the sheer number of services, right? Like this district, it shouldn't be costing me this much, except for the fact that I have like 5 services here. So that's why. It's kind of deceptive in that way. You look at Olrington, for example. That's a district with no services, and it's almost on par. Just about. Maybe if I reduce the commercial a little bit more here would be okay. Maybe. But that's about it. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. So I'm thinking on it. I'm trying to make it work. Maybe we just need to keep improving our wheel of life. I mean, we're making money and we're still growing. Hopefully come Era 4 we explode. I'm just not sure. But anyway. So let me know what you guys think. If I can't figure it out, then by next week I will respond to comments then. Subscribe if you are new. Hit the like button. Stuff like that. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.